what's going on, guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Yo, it's been a minute. I hope everybody's been doing great. February. Today's video is going to have something special for you guys, alright? Today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys my new language. I am going to be learning a new language in 2021, and I'm going to share with you guys what language that is, how I'm going to do it, and a new strategy that I found and I believe to be extremely effective when learning a new language, okay? So guys, make sure you guys stay tuned. Also, if you guys haven't heard of this page before, my name is Frankie Smith. I am a singer, linguist. I work in finance. I like learning about finance, and from this channel I would like to give you guys things that you can apply in real life, okay? My goal with every video that I create is that you can take something and apply it in real life and take something away from it. I want to give you guys some value, okay? I want to give you guys something that you can actually apply in your own life. So if you haven't done it already, please subscribe below and follow me on Instagram, because that's the way you can connect with me best. I'm on Instagram 24/7, so you can follow me on Instagram. And then once you watch this video, make sure you follow me on Clubhouse, okay? So without further ado, let's get into the video. Alright guys, so the language I'm going to be learning this year is going to be, drum roll please. You guys guess it? Arabic. So Arabic, why am I deciding to learn Arabic? Okay, so you know how to speak Mandarin Chinese, now you're going to Arabic, you're going on a totally different side of the earth. What's the deal? Like, what's your philosophy? Like, why are you choosing Arabic? So for starters, I just want to say, I love Arabic. Me, personally, I believe Arabic is hands down one of the most beautiful languages in the world, okay? I think Arabic is one of the most beautiful languages in the world, and I just like I want to learn it, and I think it has many applications in business as well. So my philosophy when learning a language, I want to travel, and we're gonna have all that kind of content on here, guys. Yo, stay down. I got y'all. Like, we staying down, we riding together. Let's get it up. We got 6K. I'm trying to do all that for you guys. I'm trying to travel the world, record it. I see you guys in the comment section like, yo, travel to different countries. Guys, I have all that planned. Just bear with me. We on a roll here, okay? But anyway, every language I learn, it has to have some form of business application to it, because I am a businessman. So naturally, I always take into consideration, is this a language an effective and useful language? And in the world of finance, it is extremely effective. You know, the Middle East, United Emirates, they're really significant places, powerhouses, if you will, when it comes in terms of, you know, finance and business and stuff like that. So that definitely played a role in it. But I learned Mandarin Chinese, to speak Mandarin Chinese, because I thought it was the coolest language, one of the coolest languages. Like, it's just I don't really have much reason. Like, if I want to learn a language, I just do it. You know, like I said before in other videos, like, I want to do it. But I thought Mandarin Chinese was the coolest language. I think Arabic is the most beautiful language, like one of the most beautiful languages, and I've always been interested in it. I always thought it to be really soothing, really expressive. There's so much emotion in that language. There's so much character in that language, you know, just like a. But anyway, so that's why I want to learn Arabic. Now, I have written down here a couple points, okay? So on these points, I'm going to discuss the different things about this language, how I go about learning it, and such and blah blah. So when beginning to learn a new language, okay, there's a couple questions you need to ask yourself, okay? There's a couple questions you need to have already in your mind, already answered before you even embark on this new journey, because it's gonna take a lot of time. It's not easy, okay? It's gonna require dedication. It's gonna require rigor, commitment, and all the above. So you're gonna need to be able to have these questions plainly, in plain sight, answered in your mind. What is your goal for each language, right? So what is my goal with Arabic? So with a Mandarin, and any language that I decide to pursue, my goal is always, hands down, is to become native fluency, because I mean, you want to strive to be the best, right? But realistically, there's different levels of fluency, right? So for me personally, I'm good with just being able to communicate conversationally. be able to conversate with people, and also be able to use it in a business sense. Okay, I have to be able to use that language in business, in a business environment. Okay, I can speak Mandarin in a business environment. Arabic, I want to be able to use it in a business environment, right? I'm passionate about business, so it makes sense. I want to be able to speak in a business environment. Now, with that being said, there's the things also you need to ask yourself, like, do you want to just speak it? Do you want to be able to read it? Or do you want to be able to write it? Now, for myself, speaking it, obviously, duh. Reading it, I do want to be able to read it, okay? Reading is very important, and when picking up a foreign language and you want to be able to read, it also helps with your understanding of the language. Effectively navigate, in the world. Like you gotta be able to read. So, and then the last question is, are you willing to learn how to write it? Now, typically, no. Okay, typically, I don't really care to learn to write a language, unless I'm seeking to get licensing for that language to show that I'm proficient in it. But I'm not really interested in learning how to write in the foreign language. Even though I can write in some Chinese, some characters, it's definitely not enough to say like I write Chinese. You know what I'm saying? Like I really, for the most part, cannot write in it. I can write some characters. And then for Arabic, I'm not really concerned about writing the language, knowing how to write the language. Now, I might want to be able to get at least the alphabets and some things like that, know that by far at least. But as far as like learning how to write it, I don't know. I guess I may be able to do that because keep in mind, Arabic is totally different from Mandarin. Mandarin, I mean, like you writing Mandarin, you gotta write every character, and it's like over 5,000 characters. Like no way. And it's really complicated, even especially when you start going into traditional Mandarin. It's the simplified characters, and then there's traditional characters, and traditional is way harder. So yeah. When it comes to Arabic, my only focus is to become native fluency and speaking level, and that for me means to be able to conduct business and to be able to interact with people, learn, basically discuss an array of different topics. Nothing super complex like biophysics or anything like that, or maybe but I just want to be able to conversate and conduct business. Reading, I want to be able to read, I want to be able to study certain material, I want to be able to read certain material, I want to be competent, okay? And that's that, as far as when it comes to the goal that I'm trying to achieve in that language. Now, so like I said, learning a language, there's 3 things that you have to, like a spider web. I'm going to insert it somewhere on the video, okay? There's a spider web. There's going to be listening, speaking, and then reading/writing. Heavy on the reading, not so much on the writing, okay? Now, how are you going to be able to achieve? Like, how are you going to be able... These are 3 areas that make up a language. Like, to be able to become fluent in a language, these are the 3 areas of concentration to help develop that language skill. So how am I going to be able to effectively water each area, like a plant, like water each area of that language? So, as you guys may know, or may not know, if you're new to the channel, welcome. How I learned Mandarin is like, that pretty much gave me like the foundation of how I intend on learning every other language, okay? Like, I'm the type of, like I said, I just jump in and go. Like, so I'm trying to find a way to duplicate this. So like, if you guys don't know, how I did it with Mandarin was find a job in Chinatown, and I basically just threw myself in a random Chinese salon, and I just learned that way, and I became fluent in like, honestly, less than a year. Like around 8 months is around the time where I was just having full-blown conversations and stuff like that. That's how I achieved that. Now you guys may be asking, how the hell is Frankie going to do that with Arabic? Am I gonna go to an Arabic speaking salon? Am I gonna go to what am I gonna do? So first things first, I'm not in the hair industry anymore. So I was in the hair industry for several years, the beauty industry. That's my past life. I'm not in that anymore. I won't be going to any salons, so that's for sure. I can't spill the beans yet. I can't spill it yet, but I have something in the works that I'm sure you guys are really gonna appreciate. I mean, really seriously appreciate, with a fellow YouTuber that we might be doing something. Okay, so regardless of that, okay, regardless if we do that or not, you know what I'm saying, I can't really spill that too much. That's gonna be whether, you know, that happens with I would love it to happen with this YouTuber. If it doesn't happen or not, that's going to be a part of the process anyway. I'm going to do that anyway, as soon as I'm able to. But besides that, this goes on to the next topic of this video, which is going to be Clubhouse. So a lot of you guys may or may not know what Clubhouse is. So Clubhouse is this brand new breakthrough social media app that's been going crazy. And immediately once I've heard about it, I used it, I've noticed its applications like immediately. I was like, yo, this thing is going to be huge. This is going to be the next biggest social media platform after Facebook and Twitter. Like it's like Facebook level. Like y'all, if you're in the States, you probably think Instagram is big. You guys might think no, Instagram is not really big. Like when you think of big applications on a global stage, you think of Douyin by China. You think of Facebook. You think these are globally recognized apps. WhatsApp is I think that Clubhouse is going to be the next biggest thing. And more importantly, I immediately noticed its applications for learning languages in the beginning, as soon as I used it. I'm waffling right now, so let me just get straight into it. So Clubhouse is basically an app that was created by a company called Alpha Exploration Company. And it's think of it like a voice chat Twitter, okay? It's like a voice chat Twitter, and it's like your own personal podcast, but it's social media. So everybody that has an account can just tune into your podcast or your conference call, and how the app is set up, they have a room. Like let's say, and you can have a conversation about anything, but let me just stay focused. Let's just say you want to have a room about Bitcoin. Let's just talk about Bitcoin. You want to learn about Bitcoin. So you have a couple guys or yourself, you could start a room, and then people who are interested in that topic, they just tune in and hear you talk about it. And then multiple people can get on stage and discuss a topic with you. It's really, really interesting. And at first I was just like, okay, it gets a little bit, you got to get used to it. But once I got used to it in like a day or two, and it gets extremely addicting because you're just listening to different perspectives, different viewpoints. Now, how does this apply for language learning? So recently, I've been using Clubhouse just to practice my listening Mandarin and speaking it. Because you guys may not know, when I created that video with Xiaoma, of us going around flushing and talking and stuff and Chinese stuff, I haven't spoken Chinese in about a year when we did that video. And when it comes to languages, if you don't use it, you lose it, is a very true statement. It's very, very true. So you have to use the language in order to preserve it. If not, you're gonna regress. Especially with all this attention I'm getting now due to the languages, I want to make myself sharp. So I'm listening to people speak in these Chinese chat rooms, and already I'm noticing like, yo, this shit, this bleep is dope. Like it's really engaging. And one of the best ways, I'm not gonna lie, for me, the best ways to learn a language is people. Straight up. Like, that's how I got my foundation before I worked in the salon. I was in those chat rooms. Remember, guys, I was telling you about the Rosetta Stone chat rooms? Like, I know I had to get in a chat room. I have to engage with people. Okay? For me, I connect with people, and that's how I learn. So, I was in those Mandarin chat rooms listening to people talking with people, and I'm just like, yo, this is all right. So I already got my listening thing checked off. How am I going to get my listening exposure? Through Clubhouse. You get your listening exposure through Clubhouse, the speaking, dialogue, and that is the foundation. That is the foundation of language learning, okay? You have to be able to have the input. It's a lot of input in the beginning. You have to listen to a lot of information and basically dissect that information. That's all I did. I just did it in the salon, but it's still the same thing. I put it in the salon because it's just like I'm forced to get that input. You get what I mean? But the thing about this beautiful app called Clubhouse, it's always going. It doesn't matter. There's no end stop to it. It's like, social media. It's always going. There's always chat rooms. There's always thing. And there's always people around the world talking on it. So you might have heard it recently because it's gotten a lot of controversy in China because they're beginning to censor it. But, a lot of Chinese people outside of China are using this app. Thank me later. Make sure, by the way, since we're talking about it, follow me on Clubhouse. I plan on doing some groups of us, speaking, learning different languages together. me instructing people on finances, giving advice. Yo, I see the application with Clubhouse in the beginning, and I'm trying to build us a home on there. Now, the thing about this app, it's exclusive, okay? And that's what makes it really exciting, okay? That makes it really different. It's exclusivity, okay? So you only could join this app if you get an invite, okay? So you have to find somebody to give you an invite. Fear not. This is the app is just in beta version, is in its beta phase, so eventually they are obviously going to be able to open the doors, because I mean it's not going to really be successful without it, or it's going to reach a point where everybody has a Clubhouse and you'll be able to get in no problem. Clubhouse is amazing for learning languages, and it's already I already see it being the hub of where I'm going to be pursuing a lot of my new language journeys. For Arabic, I'm going to be listening. I'm going to be tuning into the Arabic learning chat rooms, into the to Arabic discussion rooms. And the topics, no filter. It get wild on there. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it gets pretty wild on there. They have topics ranging from finance, language learning, to sex, to transgenderism, and whatever. Hey, it's a whole different world in there. It's like Twitter. You know, Twitter is really hard to. If you're familiar with Twitter, Twitter is not really good with censorship in a way, unless you're Donald Trump. But they will censor. They won't censor you. Hey, what's up, guys? So I wanted to give you guys a quick tutorial, really quick rough tutorial on what it looks like, what Clubhouse is, what it looks like, and what you should expect from this app. So I'm gonna click the app right here, Clubhouse. Okay, you can see like there's a Jimi Hendrix looking dude on the front of it. And then once you get into the app, right, you have to obviously be invited. Like I said, you have to create an account. But once you finish all that, I just want to give you a rough overview of what's happening. So currently, as you guys can see, this is the topics that I've selected that I'm interested in. In the beginning, you're going to have to select the topics you're interested in, and then they will recommend these groups to you. Okay, so as you guys can see, Women Crush Wednesday, that's definitely not something that I'm interested in. I don't know how that's up there, but these are basically at the top. You can see like these are basically groups are scheduled. Like if you're, let's say, a part of a certain group or whatever, you accepted a group, an invite to a group, then they have these scheduled conferences or whatever. But as you guys can see, here's the first one, the Mandarin Learners Club. I'm a part of that club. There's a lock on it, so I think that it says that you are not allowed to get in. Let's try. I'm in. So basically when you get in, as you guys can see on the stage, is going to be people that's talking. So at the top, you're going to see like it says Matt and all these people at the top. These are people that's on the stage talking, and others in the room is where people in the audience. And I'm currently in the audience with Franklin. And these people are going to be talking about whatever they want, the room is about. Now, when you're in the room, you can have the option to. And the beautiful thing I love about Clubhouse, you can multitask with it. Like you can literally leave the app, do other stuff, whatever. But while you're in the app, you can also look at other rooms, listen to other rooms while you're. I mean, you can browse for other rooms while you're still listening to this room. Okay, and then you have the option to leave quietly, which is the deuces at the bottom. Put the deuces up, and then if you have an option to ping someone to this room, now I'm gonna show you how that is. So you have a plus sign at the bottom. When you click that. Okay, this one is closed to visitors. So I'm gonna demonstrate that in another room. But you also have the hand to raise. You have the option to raise your hand, the hand symbol. When you click that, you're telling the moderators in the room that you would like to get on stage and just share your opinion on whatever topic they're discussing, which is so cool, right? So you can see how the engagement is and this type of thing. Okay, here we go. Black conservatives. Why Black history month is racist? Like people have all types of discussions. I'm talking about. And I want to make a disclaimer. There's a lot of gurus on this app that think they know it all, and they please beware. Okay, please beware when you get on this app to not get misguided by these people. A lot of these people come up with all types of shit in their bio, and say whatever they are. So I'm just gonna give a quick look at my page. So Frankie Smith. My handle is Frankie's Light. Currently got 49 followers. Like I said, guys, follow me. Get my page up. Let's do this. I'm trying to create a group. Anyway, I'm following 50 people. I'm gonna get rid of some people. I just, I just want to follow people in the beginning, get a feel for it. But just have the stuff in my bio, whatever it is, and what you tell people about yourself in your bio. You want to let them know about yourself. What is it that you do? What are you expecting to get out of this application? What is it? Whether it's networking, whether it's discussing business, whatever the case is. So I just have the stuff that I'm currently in, the CNT program, FX consultant, blah blah blah. And then you can have the option to tag your Instagram and your Twitter in the bio. I don't really have a Twitter. I have Frankie's Light. I have a Instagram page, so that when people go to your page, they can click it and follow you immediately. This is 11. This is amazing networking tool, guys. I'm telling you, this is gonna be the next biggest thing. But as you guys can see, I'm all Chinese out on this thing because, like I was saying in the video, I use this app mainly to help maintain my Chinese listening and speaking. So that's why you see mostly Chinese chat rooms. But then, if you go to explore, it's gonna have, Kanye West interview. Like Kanye West is probably on this. He's on this or something like that. Okay, like celebrities be on this all the time. So that's pretty much what it is. You have this inbox up here. No, you have 5 invites. It's like the invites or whatever upcoming for you. So they tell you what do they have upcoming, like things that you've shown interest in, you might be interested in. You can put an alarm to set your alarm, or when that happens, that you'll be notified and be able to join. Then I have this activity. It just tells you who's following you, what's happening related to your Clubhouse page. And that's pretty much it, guys. I'm not gonna also, and if you want to start a room, which I intend on doing with you guys, hit start a room. You can either have it open, you can have it social with your close friends, or you can have it closed, which is private. And you can have Manners Learning Club or whatever. So open, obviously, is open to everybody. Social is with the people you follow. Closed is for the people I choose, which in the beginning, I'll probably have our chat room open to have everybody join. And then I'll have a closed one. Like I have an open one and I have a closed, a private one for people who, for a private one for people that have shown a particular interest in like a different subject. Like one will be probably about finance, another one will be probably about languages, another about singing. Yeah, a whole bunch of cool stuff. And that's pretty much it, man. I don't want to basically harp too much longer. These are my friends or who's available to chat. I see Yenny's on, my boy Jason. A couple people that I know. I've made friends on this app talking with them. They are using this app currently, so I can just go start a room with them, blah, blah, blah. But that's pretty much it, guys. So let's go back to the video. That's how I'm going to get my listening exposure, okay? Now, how I'm going to get my reading is easy. In the beginning, so Clubhouse is for listening and speaking. Listening and speaking is for Clubhouse, okay? Now, but while I'm doing that, I have to get, so you got to get grammar, structure, foundation. Like I personally don't focus so much on grammar when I'm learning a language. I like to focus on that on the back end. Like I just like to engage, interact. And for me, I feel like that style and approach to language learning leaves a more lasting impression, is more authentic, rather than to the traditional formal education, which is focusing on grammar and stuff like that. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, my attention span isn't the strongest, so that shit it doesn't hold my attention very long. It's not very effective for me. So I like to focus on grammar on the back end, like just basic stuff. So I will pick up a little book or something like that, so I can focus. I can learn the sentence structures, the grammatic structures of the language. But more times, often than not, you'll pick that up as you get more exposure to it. So you just learn the verbs, the pretenses, and all that stuff. You pay attention to how they use it, and then you just follow them. Language learning is all about copying. Just copy them. Copy them from the way how they express it. Copy. It's this big language learning is a big game of copycats. So I want to simplify arduous tasks. Okay, I want to make you understand that these stuff is not really hard. Finance isn't really that hard. Language learning really isn't that hard. It's just that you got boring people teaching about it, and you got people if you just break it down. Like language learning is just really about copying them in communication. That's all it is, copying the native speaker. So let's just say the book says, how you say spicy in Chinese. It says, how you say numbingly spicy. They say mala. But when I look in person how they say it in real life, when I see Chinese people interact with each other, they're like, 我要麻辣. I'm just like, oh wow. So I pick up on expression. If you guys know, like I tell you, my background is with American Sign Language, so everything is bilanguage with me. So I pick that up, like I scan it, like, and I just pick it up, and I'm just like, mala. So this when you guys saw the Xiao Ma video when I was at the cart and I was ordering something new, I was just like, 我要麻辣. Like you say it just like how they say it. You become somebody else. You act. It's like you gotta play in your acting skills. But anyway, I digress. I ramble a lot. Anyway, getting back to what I was saying. So reading, speaking, listening, reading. Okay. Clubhouse knocks the most important part out, which is gonna be speaking and listening. That gets that out. I'm gonna be focused on Clubhouse. Reading, I'm gonna pick up a book. I'm going to read some articles. I'm going to start with the alphabet though. Make sure you start with the alphabet, especially because Arabic is an alphabet language. So I'm going to start with the alphabet just so I can get the basics. But that's pretty much it, guys. My videos are not meant to be dragged on and on and on. Like, I want to give you that value straight up, like straight up. I'm just going to give you the value right then and there. I'm not going to play around with it. I'm not going to just have you watching my video for 10 hours talking about nothing. So the language I'm going to learn is Arabic. The way I'm going to intend on learning it is using Clubhouse. It's going to be the majority of the way, and finding other chat rooms alike, okay? That Clubhouse is, unfortunately, there's no text involved. It's just voice-based. Oh, I'm going to use Hello Talk. I'm definitely going to use Hello Talk to the exposure to reading it and talking it. Guys, that's all I use. Do you understand? I have cracked the code. I have simplified the way you learn languages. The way you learn languages is just by speaking to people. Period, point blank. Speaking to people, input, regurgitate. Clubhouse, Hello Talk, speaking to people, interacting with people in real life, actually getting the balls to go out there and talk to someone, look stupid, whatever. I've done it plenty of times. I'm past that point now. Going out there, talking to them, looking stupid, them correcting you, striking conversation with people, making friends. That's all language learning is. If you just stick to that golden rule, you'll be fine. Now, I do intend on documenting this process, guys, but please, it's gonna be, you know, a couple weeks apart. Like I'm really learning this for real life. Like, this is not just to create some content so you guys can see, oh, you know, no, like, I really want to learn this language, and I'm really gonna take this seriously, and it takes time and dedication. So I'm not gonna be, you know, pretending like I know what the fuck I'm talking about and come back and record it. No, like, I'm really gonna seriously strive to learn the language, and then what I will do is, when I feel like I've gotten to a certain checkpoint within that language, I will document an interaction or a process, like a day in the life of what I do, start studying or something like that, that's actually valuable. So guys, that's pretty much it for my video. So you guys know what language I'm going to be learning. My language I'm going to be learning is Arabic, okay? Arabia, okay? Mashallah. Now I'm going to be learning it though. Arabic, beautiful language. That's the language I'm going to be learning. How I'm going to be learning, I'm going to be using Clubhouse, okay? If you have a Clubhouse, or if you want to know more about Clubhouse, message me on Instagram or follow me on Clubhouse, okay? All handles are the same, Frankie's Light. Frankie's with an S, no apostrophe, and Light, okay? And how I'm going to be able to get that exposure to reading is going to be Hello Talk. I'm going to get on Hello Talk. I'm going to talk to people. I'm going to document this process. My goal is to be, I learned not to do this before in the past, but I will strive for the same target. Like, I was able to get fluent in Mandarin in just under a year. I'm going to try to achieve the same amount of fluency with Arabic. But the timing is different. I don't know, maybe my brain will, because I've done it before, be able to do it in a shorter time or whatever, but I was putting a lot of time into Mandarin. Now I'm not able to do that because I'm in several licensing programs for finance. Just a lot of things are going on right now. Also, I am trying to construct a group within Clubhouse. So if you already have a Clubhouse, I'm trying to gain a following on there as well. I want you guys to reach out to me. Let's talk. If you guys can really get on Clubhouse with me and get me to like 1,000 followers on Clubhouse, I will definitely go on there, and I will definitely have at least a talk a day or something like that, or every other day, or we can schedule a group and have a conversation. I'm looking to build a community here. I'm not just trying to be, I'm looking to build a community of people that are serious about learning, serious about productivity, striving for the best. I want all that stuff. I'm about all of that. So I want everybody to be inclusive. I like inclusivity, and I like everybody to help each other and push each other forward. So like I said, follow me on Instagram at Frankie's Light. Same thing on Clubhouse. Follow me at Frankie's Light on Clubhouse. All right, peace.